those guys traveling to many majors or anything either to get contention. They're kind of those players where it's like, I've heard SmashG0D say that playing probably still a top 100 player, just, you know, doesn't have the tournament results, doesn't go anywhere, but it's, you know, still an impressive compliment to get. It says a lot about how good he is.
Anyway, Jerry going for the craziest of angles. Does not fall through though, and SmashG0D starting up with the good old chain grab. Whoa, that double shot.
Jerry's exploding out.
That was awesome. Jerry's crazy. Jerry is scary. Scary is Jerry, by the way.
They're going to make him change tags again.
Yeah,
possibly
dude.
his legal birth name.
His legal birth name, Mike L. My favorite part.
So really curious to see with, you know, Jerry's traveling a bit more now, or trying to at least, if he can. Someone can give him a ride around. And SmashG0D about to take a while off for class. He'll still be playing, practicing, I'm sure, and going to other tournaments.
Yep.
But I'm curious to see what this matchup will look like at the rate Jerry's been improving in, you know, a month or two when SmashG0D's back. It's coming consistently. See if Jerry will be giving him a run for his money.
Yep, indeed. We got yeah, even though SmashG0D's not going to be able to come to Xanadu, I'm sure he's still going to be at like the cave and stuff like that.
I think he said his class was on Mondays and Wednesdays, which will leave him just with all the smaller tournaments.
Yeah.
Which,
yeah,
not that, you know, I mean, he can still be, you know, be playing, I'm sure, with Lana and June and whoever else he wants, and doing plenty of practice, I have no doubt. But, you know, Jerry's been improving at, I think, a rate faster than anyone else in the region.
Yep, absolutely. An unfortunate air dodge from Jerry. Good idea, but he's dead. Now we're
stuffing him with those back, those up tilts.
When SmashG0D gets in, he looks so dominant, and then Jerry just like somehow is like so clever. He's able to tie it up. Those are pretty hard to read, but
one of the big things I think about this matchup, especially, you know, at this sort of level, is it's really hard for Marth during those 2 seconds that Fox has to recover. You know, Fox can run in between Sean
oh
and
my god,
Marth.
that dagger.
Ooh, that was nice.
That was spicy.
Yeah, those 2 seconds that they have to the invincibility, it's really hard for Marth to do anything. Because Fox can just run at you and start shining and start comboing you. And you really have to be able to like, survive those 2 seconds every time consistently. It's harder than it sounds like for that short amount of time. Alright, typical Marth counter pick, we're going to turn land.
This is typical. Jerry's looking stellar right now. And then Marth.
One probable downside of this stage for this matchup is that in the middle, Marth can kind of get a mini chain grab, rack on some percent, but...
Yep. And then you see Fox go over 100% and Marth is like...
Yeah.
Marth's banging his head against the wall, like...
Surviving super rough.
It's like trying to kill the Terminator.
Really think one of the bigger clues for Marth, again, in any matchup on this stage, is really just, can they get the kill in that 60, 70 to like 90, 95 range before, you know, will combos still work, we can still edge guard easily without just sending them to the top corner of the stage. If you can get that edge guard, then, you know, the stage isn't horrible. But Marth killer.
Yep. That's the classic. When Marth lands on stage, he's probably dead. Yep. Some characters like Peach, though, just have like they have a really bad layup, so they don't have the options to do that. So,
so I mean, if they do that, I mean, it only pops Marth on stage if he does the up B early, though. Yep. So there's other ways around it. And I don't know the counter. Yeah, real nice, easy edge guard here. Yep. Jerry's so I don't know if you know, and I'm curious. Marth can up B off to the side of the Marth killer, and he'll end up grabbing ledge still.
Yep.
Is there any punish that Fox can follow up on that?
Maybe like an auto cancel here or something like that.
Yeah.
You certainly would have to anticipate it. I feel like if Marth is threw it out once, that'd be so unexpected.
Yeah, definitely. And it's also really hard for Marth to get to that position anyway without like telegraphing it. I just wasn't sure if you had any clue.
Yep.
Things I was curious about, trying to build my knowledge in general.
Of course. Asking questions is the best way to do it. I'm looking like Ken right now.
Marth's side B is really funny
that
because
was a crazy win. Jerry gets 2 shines.
for a long time it just kind of fell out of the meta and wasn't really relevant. You only see like really skilled players like Ken doing it, and more recently, like especially the first 2 hits of it, have been a lot more useful in setting up those upbeat combo kills.
Oh yeah, Mute King loves it. I don't know if you remember from Summit 2, he's facing like Ice, and their second game on FD, he'd 4-stock 70, ends it with an offstage, like the side B, like the dancing blade.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like the second hit draws people in a little bit, depending on their DI.
Sledge dash, that is not good. SmashG0D up 2-0.
Curious to see what Vero will pick next. We run it back to Dreamland. You know, how do you feel comfortable?
Survival. Ready? Go!
Okay, so we have the run back.
Run it back. I think Jerry can win here. I think he had a couple of unfortunate mistakes that cost him, but SmashG0D is playing stellar right now.
I think this was definitely the right choice. You know, hardest place for Marth to kill you.
Yep, exactly. And also someone like Jerry who can like in a snap can switch his play style. Yeah,
switch between the defensive and the offensive. You know,
and you
throw a couple lasers out.
Go from playing crazy to lasering and running back and forth and dash dancing a lot more. So that should be it then.
So SmashG0D going for what I was talking about there, trying to get that outside hit.
Yep.
Not quite close enough.
I guess it's just Jerry though. He's looking a bit more confident, looking a bit more composed. Oh, that could have been stuck. Jerry. Don't know why that happened. I guess he maybe just
probably just misinputs or buffered something weird.
Yeah, something like that. Perhaps he didn't anticipate to get hit or something like that. Maybe he thought he was going to like tech it or something like that. But anyway, we have a tied game. This is Jerry's tournament stock or tournament game. Essentially get knocked out if he loses right here. So let's see what he can do. SmashG0D is so patient with that. Baits the roll out of him, puts him right in prime position to get tossed off stage. A lot of times what you can do is you can walk towards somebody when they're in knockdown animation, and they'll roll like whichever way you weren't going. So a lot of times you can walk towards them and then walk back, and then they'll roll right into you. Tipper down air into tipper. A little unconventional, but nice, cleans up with the down tilt.
So, actually, just saw some frame data the other day. It's actually possible for Fox to survive, but he needs to be in the lowest frame of his side B, but he can survive down tilt. Interesting just knowledge. Didn't know that, but...
That's a jab reset. Sure, he finds his way in, though.
And that's when he gets scared from Marth. You stop out spacing Fox, and then...
He goes for the second trend that you're going for. SmashG0D recognizes that though. Smart drift. This is close. Jerry's playing much better than stock though.
In this game in general, a lot less flubs, a lot less little mistakes.
Yeah. I feel like he has a game plan, he knows what he wants to do. Wave trying up smash. Not gonna do it though.
Gonna do it, yeah.
Combination of good DI and Dreamland. Nope,
but easy ledge guard, doesn't matter.
Yep. Alright, Jerry's in stock. See if we can hold this lead. Oh no!
Really nice air dodge to stay on.
I was so scared for
really knowing that spacing.
Because then like you SD in that really like
early part of the stock and just shifts that momentum so much.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, damn, I SD'd, you know. I blew it, and then you're beating yourself up, and then pretty soon your opponent recognizes that. SmashG0D fighting his way back
up tilt, not going to kill, but it leads into up air and it's over.
Yep. And we're going to game 4. So, I think I know where we're going. Yep. Final destination. I'm ready for some sick combos. And also, Jerry loves this stage frequent. He counter picks there a lot, actually. So, I think we're going to see both these players tearing each other apart. And that's the read that SmashG0D was going for before. He finally gets it.
For this stage, you know, it's probably slightly more favored, but I have a friend who, honestly, relative to these guys, not a really good Smash Bros. Player, so I don't know if I should really take his opinion for anything. But he used to play Fox, and he's like, you know, I love this stage against Marth because you know what they're going for. You know, Marth is pretty much always going for grab anyway, but on this stage it's like explicit, always going for grab, and it's it makes it a little easier to read the movement and what they're probably going to do, read the options. Obviously, you know, this level of player, they're still going to get mixed up. They're still going to have other things, but. SmashG0D just covering that really well, keeping Jerry, you know, throwing towards the edge, keeping him back, not letting him get any space, any room to breathe.
Yeah, and you think of Marth, I mean, Marth, of course, is its own creative options, but like a lot of these punches are very textbook, like what we're seeing right here. I mean, sure, we've watched enough Music King to know that, like, when Marth gets a grab, you can just, you know, just throw him up and down. But, I love that comment by Jerry. But the character of Fox is so adaptable, and he's really able to, like, on the fly just change whatever moves he's going for. Like a lot of really
and he also, like, around the edge, less so than the middle of the stage, like Marth with the chain grab. You know, we just saw Jerry. How many times has he gotten this Marth killer, and then SmashG0D will get on the back air? Yeah, he'll go out. He just, you know, went out and shined. But it's all very, you know, textbook. You can just cut and paste, whatever it's called. Cookie cutter. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Cookie cutter things that you can just do every time.
Like as a Puffman, what I'll do against Marth is I'll like get him on stage, grab ledge, I'll like go of it, and I'll see like if he up-B's then, and if he doesn't, then I can grab ledge, and he'll either like up-B and then fall through me, or he'll land on stage and like pretty rest or back air. You know? And many characters have setups where they can just bait Marth into landing on stage early, because that's like preferable, because wouldn't you just rather have him land on stage and potentially like get knocked off ledge from his up-B.
So Jerry a lot here opting to go just, you know, a little bit high, right above down tilt range, and managing up until the last one to catch SmashG0D off either with side B or just a straight up B.
Yep, ooh, I love that up B. It's not gonna kill though. That was ridiculous DI from Jerry.
That in there, really good defensively from Marth, you know, just those are this big fast hitbox that you can't really get around. If you run into it, you're probably getting comboed afterwards too.
We got SmashG0D stacking it up. Doesn't get the hit of up tilt that he wants, but still able to keep it going. This is the kind of combo that I was talking about.
Yeah, and you can definitely see when momentum swings in SmashG0D's favor, it's swinging really heavily in his favor, whereas when Jerry starts to make a comeback, it's been kind of, you know, a lot more close momentum-wise in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, SmashG0D with a really clean stock there. Jerry's been DIing SmashG0D's fairs really, really well. So a lot of the follow-ups and the Ken combos that you'd think that Marth is getting, Jerry's able to find himself out of those. But SmashG0D is finding alternative ways to trick Jerry. That dash
dance, yeah, really nice. Just make him get up, get attack. You know, once you have that missing, it's just what to do.
Smash. It's not going to do it. Great DI, but SmashG0D collecting himself. He wants to wrap this up right now, but Jerry will never go down without a fight. Punish that he wanted. He gets the hit of up tilt that he wanted, gets to re-grab. This is a stellar. Oh my god, he waits it.
SmashG0D is doing a really good job and knows his percents for those follow-ups.
Oh, shields
doing what he has to do.
Really smart. SmashG0D's playing so patiently.
There it is.
Finishes up. All right, Jerry gets second. SmashG0D wins his squad song in Xanadu. Congrats to SmashG0D. What a great set between him and Jerry.